guys, what's up? This is Neena Perez, and this is Straight Talk, No Sugar Added. I'm so glad you're here. I am here live on WINJECT TV. It's sponsored by WINJECT Studios, all that great stuff. So anyway, I wanted to come on here because I love connecting with all of you, and I love WINJECT and everything that it stands for, the way that it connects and engages and everything with all of us. And I really appreciate every single time that you guys get on here. Good morning, my love. Every time you guys get on here and support me, right? So it's been going really, really great. I love being on here. And you know what today is? Today is episode 40. I have done 40 episodes on WINJECT, and this was all when Chris came to me and said, hey, would you like to do a live spot on WINJECT? Because he used to do the 11 o'clock, and he really got so busy with creating this monster of a platform, which is WINJECT. And so he asked me if I would be, able to do that. I was honored that he asked, and I cannot believe that I am on episode 40. That blows my mind. So today I am pushing my own little buttons. So make sure that if you leave me a comment, please do. I'm going to be looking over here at the comments, but also at my camera. So please make sure that you leave me comments and that you engage with me, because the more you engage with me, the more interactive and hyped up I get, and the more fun we're going to have. So please do that. Also, if you haven't already, please join my free community. It is on winject.com/register. And I would love to be on there with you and to be able to connect with you in that way. You got to forgive me. My AirPods, for whatever reason, are trying to act up on me right now. And then I also have a brand new mic, which I'm hoping is coming through loud and clear. But here I am, guys. Here I am. So I wanted to talk today about basically how do we prioritize ourselves in order to become successful in all the things we want to do. Now, before I move on, tonight I'm going to have a live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be speaking to Coach Christina Massey, Sassy Massey, about investing in ourselves. And I think a lot of us don't see that as a priority or something that we should do, but we should definitely be investing in ourselves. And so I wanted to talk today about prioritizing yourself, because I think that is something that I never did for a very long time, but I am doing now. And it's really been a very fruitful experience for me to invest in myself. Now, a little caveat. I put God first. He's really my priority. And I realized that in order for me to be successful in my life, God is my priority. But what I am talking about right now is, in order for me to be really effective with my family, with my businesses, with my team, all of that, I also need to prioritize myself here on this earth, right? I need to prioritize that so that I can be and bring up my best self when I am encountering others here on earth, right? But God is truly my priority. I just want to throw that out there as my first caveat, because that is truly who I am, right? But prioritizing prioritizing yourself, prioritizing you means that you're going to focus on you and what is needed for you and me to be productive, to enjoy the process, to see what we're going towards, to see what our goals are, right? What are we trying to accomplish when it comes to our business, our relationships, our health, all of that great stuff, right? So we need to really focus on what that priority means, right? And it's being, it's being focused. It's being, having goals and prioritizing yourself that's going to make you successful on all that needs to be done. So being focused is going to be super key to this, all right? Allowing the knowledge that you are gaining to flow through your mind, to be able to create and sustain your energy, to develop your connections, to enhance the way you feel, your soul, your spirit, to help you grow in the processes that you're trying to go through, right? So your mindset, your mind flow, all of that is going to be important. And how do you do that? You have to think of what you need. And I'm not trying to say selfishness. Those are two different things. That means not caring about others besides yourself. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about prioritizing yourself so that you can impact other people's lives, right? So start every day if you can, 10 to 15 minutes a day. Try to start with prayer. Start with journaling, start with meditating, start with something that you can do for yourself for just a few minutes in the morning. I try sometimes to read something very inspirational in the morning, or I pray before I get out of bed in the morning. I got to get back to my journaling. I've stopped that for a little bit, but I really got to get back to that because I was super powerful in my life, right? So try these things to start prioritizing your day so that you can show up to be the best person that you can be. I know that when I wake up and the first thing is I grab my phone and I'm looking at social media and stuff like that, I'm not my best self. I'm not my best self. And I tend to do that. And when I do that, I try to pull myself back and maybe read something that's inspirational or something that's going to really lift me up, as opposed to bog me down with the crap that's out there in the world, right? Now, I don't want you to take that as, oh, it's only about me. That's not what I'm saying, okay? But I want you to really think about how you can start your day off on the right foot, if you will, right? So try to think about what that means for you. Another thing I want you to really think about, and I've been trying to do this with me, I even try to do this with my husband, is acknowledging our accomplishments, acknowledging what we are good at, acknowledging who we are and what we bring to the table, right? Believe me, the world is going to remind you of all the crap in the world, and all of the challenges that you're going to go through are going to remind you of maybe things you're not good at, right? So because those things are coming, because they are coming, right? I want you to start thinking about and acknowledging what you actually are good at, what you actually have accomplished. What have you brought to the table? What have you brought to the world? Don't worry about everything the world is going to remind you of, because it is more than happy to remind you, right? But you only want to focus on the things that are going to help you move forward productively, things that are going to actually impact you in a productive way. All right. So let's start to reflect on what we have done or what we are currently doing that we feel is an accomplishment in our life and is really helping us move forward, because that is how you bring your best self to the table. That is how you impact people's lives in a really positive way. Okay. You have to think about things that you have really succeeded in, things that you are succeeding in right now, currently, right? Because I know that all of us have something. We have something we have looked back on and be like, wow, I'm glad I did that. Or wow, I did that well, right? You have certainly succeeded at many things before. I know you have, right? I know you have. And you have probably even forgotten, right? Like even maybe when I said that, you're like, oh, actually, I haven't accomplished anything. That's not true. There are things in your life that you have accomplished that you just probably not even remembering or looking at because you didn't bother to focus on how beautiful that was that you accomplished it, right? Our brain just like, it tends to create these shortcuts, right? And so it will steer us away from things that we don't put too much focus on, right? It'll steer us away from danger. It'll steer us away from fear, but it also steers you away from things you're not focusing on. And if you haven't focused on anything that you have accomplished, even though you have, then maybe you need to ask someone who really loves and cares about you. They can probably pull out some things that you have done that have really impacted other people's lives that you're just not focused on. Because a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough compliment. Hi there, sis. Good morning. Right? And so I want you to think about that. Stop thinking that you haven't accomplished anything or you haven't done anything or you haven't. That's not true. That is not true. You'd be surprised how many times that you have really poured into someone and accomplished something that really inspired someone that maybe you haven't even looked at yet, right? So I want you to think about things that you have accomplished, or if you haven't, then find people around you, find a tribe around you that are good people that really love you, that are going to point out some things that have really helped them because of what you have done. All right. When things don't go our way, we can lose focus. We can lose that determination on what it is we want, what it is we've accomplished, what our goals are. We can really lose our focus. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about prioritizing yourself, because it's really important that you focus on previous victories that will help you to feel confident and tackle the challenges that are coming, because they're coming. The challenges are coming, right? And so I remember when I was 15 years old, when I was 14, I was pregnant, right? So I was in 8th grade. I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant, but I was really sick every day and all that. In 8th grade, I mean, I look at my kids now who are grown adults. They don't have children yet, except for my daughter. And I'm looking and I'm saying, I don't know what I would have done if my child was 14 years old and pregnant. I don't even know how the hell I did it. Right. But when I was 14 and pregnant and I had my child at 15 years old, I was looked at right in my face, laughed at. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you're dumb. You're not going to make it. Look at you. Look what you just did. Right. Even the kids in school, they were super harsh. I was the girl that everybody talked about. Every time I walked by, like, that's the girl that had the baby at 15 years old. Can you believe that? And you know what? It felt crappy. Right. And a lot of the things that were told to me is that my life will never be much of anything, that I'm not going to accomplish much. I'm never going to go to college. I'm just going to have to go work and take care of my kid and all of that. Right. So that was a really hard moment in my life. Those were moments in my life that really hurt me. But I realized that I had to do something, right? I had to survive, and I had to move forward. At 21, I ended up getting married. I had a second kid who is absolutely amazing. I have an amazing family. I really do. I love them, right? Then I got divorced. Husband left me for a 16-year-old, right? Or 17-year-old at the time. I don't even know how old she was, but he left me for a younger girl, right? And I was devastated, and I raised my boys. Right. I got remarried, all that great stuff. Beautiful husband I'm with now for like 23, 24 years. He always argues with me about the time span. But I ended up getting 2 bonus children out of it. Right. So I have 4 children. So here's the thing. I don't give a damn what people say about you now or then. You can do and make decisions that you want to make for your life, how you want your life. Okay. And I will tell you that God being priority, and prioritizing yourself first is going to help you accomplish the things that you want. See, I told you he was going to correct me. 25 years. All right, babe. 25 years. So the thing is, right, at 35 is when I went to college. At 35. I went to college, and I was sitting in a college room with a bunch of kids, right? And I'm like, what am I doing? And I did not even sit there to focus on the kids around me. I focused on the goal. The goal was to get educated. The goal was to show people that I'm not stupid, because that was one of the things, like, oh my God, you're so dumb. You're so stupid. I can't believe you, right? Because you become a statistic. You're 15 years old. You're a Hispanic woman. You're having a child. You're married and divorced. You're nothing but a statistic. Well, I'll be damned. I'm going to change that, right? So at 35 years old, when I started to prioritize myself and prioritize what I wanted to bring to my family, I went back to college and I got my ass educated and went all the way through my bachelor's degree, got certifications, everything else that I've needed to do. And I've raised amazing children, all right? And my boys are amazing. And my bonus children are amazing. And I am super proud to call them all my greatest accomplishment, all right? Be nice to you, people. Be nice to you. Because when you're nice to you, others will follow suit. They'll have to do what it is you're putting out there, right? People will only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Be nice to you. Prioritize yourself first so that you can bring the best of you to your family, to your work, to your business, to your team. All right. I'm not talking about selfishness and greediness. I'm talking about prioritizing who you are and your mental wellness and all of that so that you can bring the best of you first. So you can bring the best of you. All right. Be nice to you. This is super important because if you're not nice to you first, who will be? People were not nice to me. Growing up, people were not nice to me. And I was a bitter, angry young lady because I was like always trying to defend and work hard and show that I can do it and that I'm not an idiot and blah, blah, blah. And that made me a perfectionist, which then made me like no room for failure, right? And so when I failed, I would beat myself up and I wasn't nice to me. But if you're not nice to you, no one will be nice to you. All right. Yes, you'll have people that love you. Yes, you'll have people that care about you. But at the end of the day, they also should be prioritizing themselves so that they can bring their best self to you and vice versa. Okay. So please be nice to you. I think I spent way too many times not being nice to me. And I know that for my husband to bring his best to me, he's going to have to be nice to himself. And I know that for me to be the best wife and mom, I'm going to have to be the best of myself. And I'm going to be nice to myself. Okay? So I want that to be very clear that you need to really think about what you're talking to yourself about, how you are looking at yourself, what you are pushing yourself to do and not do. Who gives a damn if life has come against you in different ways? You need to worry about now, this moment, this second, and think about how you are treating yourself and how you are bringing yourself to the table. I want you to write down some things that are in your heart, your goals, your intentions. What are they? Whether you want to lose weight, I do. Whether you want to quit smoking, I did, right? Or just have a better look at life, better outlook at life. Keep your mindset positive. Keep yourself in a place where you will move forward because you have intended to move forward, right? You have to really think about your journey and where it is you want to go. Maybe keep a journal. I think that's a really good idea, or a notebook or something where you can write down what it is you're really thinking about and what it is you're really inspired in your heart to do but have never done because you haven't been kind to yourself, because you believed an old lie that somebody told you and that you have made it into something that is maybe in you today and is stopping you from being everything that you want to be, right? The success rate of those who journal and write things down and have goals is astonishing. It's amazing to me how many people accomplish that. When I work with the business women that I work with, when I work with women who come to me like, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, and we work through it, you would be amazed at the things that they accomplish because they have written it down and they are looking forward and they are being kind to themselves. I had to do that for myself. And I was just showing my notebook the other day to this beautiful young lady that's like an adoptive daughter to me, and I showed her the book and I'm like, oh my gosh, do you see this? Everything that I wrote down came to fruition. Why? Because I had my mind on the prize, my mind on the goal, and I really treated myself kindly. I moved my ass from being somebody who just sat there and took whatever my mind was trying to tell me or what negativity was coming in, and I did something about it, right? So even if you don't achieve everything that you have set out to do, you are going to end up achieving a lot of it if you put yourself in a position to do it. All right. If you fail, yes, I love failure. Okay. Because that is a way that you learn. That is the way that, I mean, think about something that's really hurt you in the past and you never went back to that nonsense, right? Why? You learned. It was your best teacher. I always said life is your best coach. Life is the best life coach you will ever have, right? So make sure that you help yourself get to that next level, whatever that is for you. Be realistic. If you're looking at your list of things and you're like, whoa, this is out of control, I have too much going on, then you need to step back and really just identify 2 to 3 things that you may want to achieve, maybe just that day. Maybe the next day, I don't know, but let's just write 2 to 3 things. You don't have to have 50 things on this list. But what I don't want you to do is to be mean to yourself and to not do the things that you really want to do because you're letting things hold you back. All right. Develop that mental toughness that you need. All right. What is mental toughness anyway, right? So this is you pushing through. And it's really pushing through those irrational fears and those failures that you have, that you are thinking about in your life, and those things that block your road, block your path. All right. You need to think about things that are going to help you move forward past all of that. Encounter your fears. Remind yourself of other things that you have had to go through in life that were very scary. All right. Because when I was going through the abusive relationship and he put the gun to my head, that was freaking scary. Okay. And I had to encounter that fear, and I've had to overcome the trauma that has left in my life. Right now, you probably have forgotten who you are. You probably have forgotten how strong your ass is. Right. I know that for me, I had forgotten for a long time. And it was like in my 30s or so that I said, that is enough. That is enough. I need to start thinking about what I want to bring to the table and who I am. I need to start thinking about what I want to bring. What energy do I want? How do I want to visualize this? What do I want to put myself into? What's the kind of outcome I want? What's the solution to this problem? That's what I started doing. I started to focus on the solution and not the challenge. While I was going through school at 35 years old, by the time I was 37 or 38, we went completely homeless, right? And that was super hard, but I didn't stop. I kept going to school. I kept busting my tail. My husband was right behind me. You can do this. Go for it. Go, go, go. Right? It's good to have a cheerleading team behind you that will support you. And I visualized the solution because I knew I wanted to sit right here in front of you one day, making six figures, blowing up my business, doing all this amazing stuff. Why? Kept my mind on the prize. Kept my mind on the prize. All right? Put yourself in the outcome you want. Put yourself in the outcome to that solution. Think of how great it is that you are getting this challenge because it's making you stronger along the process. You can learn from a lot of things in life, right? This kind of thinking, this mental toughness to move forward is going to lead to your success. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. All right. And the one thing you need to do to get yourself moving to that direction that you want to be in is watch and listen to how you speak to yourself, because that is what is really going to stop you or propel you forward. Watch and listen how it is that you speak to yourself. Spend one day. I'll challenge you. Spend one day paying attention to how you speak to yourself. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it limiting? Like you can't, you don't have, you don't, is it that? And I'm not just talking about when everything is good. I'm not talking about just paying attention to yourself when things are good, because you're probably going to do a little bit of a positivity talk when things are good. I'm talking about even when things are going really crappy, even when you're going through something that is extremely tough. What do you sound like? What do you say to yourself? What do you feel? Have you even checked on that? Have you even checked on when you're having a bad day? How do you feel? You better give yourself permission to make mistakes, because you, my friend, are going to fail, and failure is good. All right. I don't know why people put a bad connotation on failure. Failure is feedback, guys. This is going to help you in life. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. You're going to make them. Some are huge. Some are not so big. Either way, they can be used for your good. Okay. You are going to gain an advantage in wisdom, and you're going to learn. Why do you think us people, when I say us now, because I'm 50 now, right? Us old people up here. I'm not old, but you know what I mean. Us older people, or us wiser people. Why do you think we're wiser? Just because we just woke up? No, because we've been through some stuff. And when you've been through some stuff, you are going to gain some knowledge that no one can take away. So replace those thoughts that don't serve you, things that are outdated, things that somebody told you when you were 5 and you're still carrying it today. the way somebody treated you, if you had bad parents or bad guardianships or bad teachers or whatever it is, replace those thoughts that aren't serving you anymore. Stop with the I can't, I never, I can't make it, I don't know, I'm stuck, I'm blah, blah, blah. And replace it with, yes, I can, and I'll figure this out. I will figure this out. Because I'm going to put my thought process first. I'm going to put who I am first. I'm going to really develop something that is going to help me propel myself forward first, right? So resolve in your mind today that you refuse to give up on you. You refuse to give up on you until you reach the goal that you have set before you. When is that? When you die, probably, because a lot of us have goals after goals after goals. That's what keeps you moving in life. You got up this morning, you had a goal, maybe to get a cup of coffee. You had a goal to go to work. You had a goal to whatever it is. But embrace it. Embrace your goals and challenge yourself that you will take care of you. All right? Embrace the challenges. Embrace the solutions that you're going to get. Excuse my dog. Somebody must be coming in. Okay, so by simply changing what you say to yourself in any situation, you can alter the way your mind thinks. Okay, you can change those circumstances. I know I am a witness to this. I've done it in my own life. All right, it takes practice. Am I always getting it? Nope. All right, so train your mind in the way that you want it to go. I'm sorry about my dogs. All right, so the last few things I want to make sure that you do to make yourself the best of yourself and prioritize yourself is eating right, exercising, get some sleep. I am so bad at these things because I have been struggling with my mindset, right? So I had to get my behind off and start working on me. I'm going to go through roller coasters. You're going to go through roller coasters. This is called life, people, right? But I tell you what, I know Neena's amazing. I know that I bring my best to the table. I know that I love my family and that I'm there for them always. And I am there for my clients. I'm there for my team. I know who I am. And I don't no longer beat myself up if I make a mistake, if I have a failure, if something doesn't go right. I don't do that to myself anymore. I absolutely do not do that to myself. But I do think about the situation and how to flip it. That's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, so go and find the people that you like to spend time with, right? And spend real time with them, not virtual time, not social media time, but real face-to-face time with them, because that's also going to help you. All right, spend time determining what makes you fulfilled, what makes you happy, and what makes you go for you. What makes you go for it for you. Prioritize yourself so that you can bring your best self to the table, and that way you can prioritize others. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. You know how it is. I'm always trying to drop as much knowledge as I can for you because I have been through an extreme amount of crap in my life, and I want to make sure that you go over the hoops that I had to go through. God bless you. I love you so much. This is Neena Perez. This is Straight Talk, No Sugar Added here on WINJECT. Until next time.